Namaste. Namaste and welcome. This is such an opportunity for freedom this evening, for freedom all around you and inside of you. I'm so excited for this evening. We have three different decks to pull from this evening. We have a full moon coming up, lots of energy happening. Let's get free and let's feel some pleasure. That's what this evening is all about. Pleasure and freedom. Freedom and pleasure, and there's pleasure and freedom. It works both ways. Sat Nam. Thank you for joining me. This is Shantal from She Achieves Studio on Wednesday night card pull, whether you watch live or not. Yes, I keep showing up. I keep showing up and I keep showing up because that's the way I roll. I'm a firm believer that you create your reality. You create the reality that you live in. You create the reality that you see. You create the reality that surrounds you. I'm all about that completely. And that's what we're going to dive into this evening. And the cards, listen, hang on, universe. I got to shuffle them. You got to give me some patience here, there, kiddo. All right. Sometimes the universe gets a little bit high frequency and we got to rise up to meet that frequency, or else guess what? We stay in that lower frequency. Wherever you are, own it. I'm just saying there's more out there. And if you want it, the universe is telling you to go get it. Okay, go get it. All right, let's start with a cleansing of the space. And I'll try not to start the sheepskin on fire while I'm lighting the sage to call in sacred space. And we call in sacred space to clear any energies that just no longer serve us, that we may or may not be aware of. Sometimes energies tend to get clingy. I call them Klingons. They get really clingy. Today in an Akashic record reading, I helped a lady clear some past karmic trenches, as I call them. And it's available to us. It's available to us if you are willing. Nothing is going to happen unless you're willing. Kristen, peace out, sister. Satnam, thank you for joining. Beautiful. And anyone else who's joining, please say a big hello, and I welcome your comments and curiosities. So we call upon sacred spirit of the South, Shakti, feminine divine. Oh, there's so much power in feminine divine. I love it. Sacred spirit of the West, Jaguar, for the ability to conserve energy and to use energy wisely. It's the black jaguar. The jaguar reminds us that it is very important to direct the energy wisely. Stop wasting our energy. Stop wasting it. That's it. Stop wasting it, period. Okay. Be intentional. Sacred spirit of the North, hummingbird, for tenacity and for courage. Oh, courage is a beautiful thing. Fall in love with the courage inside of you. Kristen, hi. Peace, sister. And sacred spirit of the East, the flying eagle, the eagle that rests above as the overseer, the overwatcher, yet honing in on that single mouse. So clarity and focus. So we have divinity with Shakti. We have energy, direction of energy with the jaguar. We have courage with the hummingbird, and we have focus with the eagle. And those are the energies that are here right now. So take what you need, because these spirit animals are here to guide us. And we call upon all of the guardians of the galaxies everywhere, the shamans, the Akashics, the Reikis, the Thais, the Kundalini lineage, the Sutras, the Vedas, the Tattvas, the Tantras, all in love with them. Beautiful. I'm going to go do something and I will be right back because the heater just went on and it is already pretty hot in here. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. There we go. And here we are back again in jean shorts already. Okay, let's go. Let's go. All of the sacred guidance that we receive, we are humbled and we are grateful to receive. We ask for guidance in all directions, in all the elements, and we also are surrounded by light and love. That same light and love that is within us, that is our birthright, we share within ourselves and we share to our outer world. We are loved, we are light, and we are protected in this reading. Let it be so. Booyah! That's what we're going to do. All right, here we go. I'm rocking. Ready? Oh, okay. This deity, she keeps coming up. Wow. Wow. And hang on, there's another card that is like, I have to piggyback off of the deity. Okay. So this evening, the intention is pleasure and freedom. So I'd like you to ask yourself what pleasure means to you and what freedom means to you. Okay. Beautiful. Here we go. Booty. Beautiful. Okay, I got it. So Bhuvan Shavari. Bhuvan Shavari. Okay. And that's she's a deity. And then we have Booty. Booty. Okay. So let's figure out this deity, even though she's shown up. There we go. Okay, she's shown up a few times. All right, the goddess of space and infinite possibilities. Okay, so when we are seeking pleasure and freedom, we sometimes can become limited by external influences, which douses that flame, which douses that je ne sais quoi, when really that pleasure and freedom is always living inside of us. Okay, sometimes it's just how do we grow that pleasure and freedom bigger than what kind of weighs us down. Okay. So the message tonight is you have learned the art of creating space and are experiencing the cosmos that exists inside of you. Bhuvaneshwari. Yes, I teach yoga. And yes, I'm from Saskatchewan. Learning Sanskrit one word at a time. Bhuvaneshwari comes to you in deep meditation, in profound nature, in oceans, and in silence. Her stillness guides you to enter deeper into the cosmic web of potentials that exist for you in the present moment. So we are only limited by what we limit ourselves with. You're only limited by what you think limits you. And I can say this and stand behind it because I've been there. I've seen it. I've seen it in other people and I keep seeing it over and over in my life, okay? Do what brings you happiness, do what brings you pleasure, do what brings you freedom, okay? And we're keeping this in the context of our spiritual realm because in the studio, again, the frequency is higher, so it doesn't even hold right or wrong, good or bad. It is the one frequency of oneness, and that's the context that we're talking about. Continue making time for whatever brings you to a point of total stillness. That is where your true self resides. And that's Booty that's coming up. So know that you are not just part of the earth, but the earth is also part of you. So that is where when we are in connection with our true self and we honor our true self beyond of what we think other people are thinking about us, beyond time, beyond excuses, beyond money, when we let all of these external resources sort of douse our inner flame, then there's a sense of resistance there that we may not even be aware of, okay, that we can actually work through. That's why we we work at a daily devotional practice. That's why we keep showing up, even if it gets tricky or stumbly or dark or cold or hot or super bright. We keep showing up and we work through it. We have to be able to work through to get to the next level. It's like this is like a video game, right? We keep leveling up. Some of the video games have glitches in them. They glitch all the time. Okay, so then they go back, they fix the glitch, and away we go. We move on and we keep leveling up. So it's a question of for me, the way I live right now is it's not a question of should I level up? It's why the hell am I not leveling up? What is stopping me in my path right now? I'm going to, whatever I'm avoiding, I'm going to go and I'm going to find it. I'm going to be in relationship with it and I'm going to move past it. Now, sometimes this is accessible for people, sometimes it's not. You have to have willingness. You're the only one who can choose that. If you're not willing and you're where you are and you are comfortable where you're at and you love it, peace out, like own it. Okay. If you're, I'm talking to the people who want to own pleasure, who want to own freedom. You can move above what weighs you down. You really, really can. You got to stick with it and you got to ask for support. Okay. And we have to learn. We have to be willing to learn beyond what we don't know. We want to be able to relearn, to retrain the mind, because I'm telling you, my mind is not the same mind that it was when I was in very toxic and violent relationships. Okay. Not there anymore. So I don't have to live there anymore because what I'm creating right now is so much bigger. It's so much bigger than what used to weigh me down. Has it been work? Hells yeah, it's been a lot of work. Are you kidding me? Luckily, I've had some amazing teachers and I'm carrying on that lineage to my students, to the students who come to see me. And I am so committed to helping people reach their true potential of freedom and pleasure because really it is accessible to you. It is accessible to you. I'm letting you know that. Okay? So that is the deity and I'm going to say it right now. Bhuvaneshwari, Bhunevishari. And then we have Booty. So now let's figure out how that tumbles in to working to our infinite possibilities. Your birthright, our birthright is to be of love and pleasure and freedom. So why stop at anything less? Why stop at anything less? Does it take courage? Yeah, that's why we called in Hummingbird. Does it take divinity? Yes, that's why we called in Shakti. Does it take energy direction? Yes, that's why we called in Jaguar. Does it take focus? Yes, that's why we called in Eagle. Okay, so we're surrounded by the support that we need. So let's go to Booty and see how Booty 29. Okay. So Booty is our inner wisdom and intellect. So now that we've realized that, oh, I can do this. I can feel pleasure. I can feel freedom. I can move through these obstacles. I don't have to be weighed down by this. There is another way. There is a path. Once we've realized and established that connection and we're willing to move through that, then we connect to our inner wisdom and intellect. Okay. Purple butterfly. Peace, purple butterfly. Wise one, you are now remembering what you were born with. Yes, yes. All the answers that you're seeking, all the answers that you're seeking is inside of you. Okay, it truly is. They all are. You have realized life is not about learning, but rather relearning. Exactly. It's about rewiring what no longer serves us. You have that ability inside of you to be able to tap into that. Yeah, maybe you get support. However, whatever support system you need, you seek and you do it. You stop thinking about it and you do it, because we got one shot at life. And what I have learned in the past year is that if I let time and money and excuses and other people stop me from doing what I need to do for my soul path on this earth, then I am not living out my destiny. I'm not living out the dharmic path. And, you know, I'm telling you, I've gone through a lot of lifetimes, and this lifetime, I'm going to get some shit done. Okay. So that's why I encourage people to look at the obstacles if they're willing. Okay. And with compassion, of course, and move and figure it out. Figure out what you need to do. Figure out what help you need and go get it. Is it taking a course? Is it therapy? Is it going to the doctor? Is it sleeping in? Is it waking up at 5? I don't know what it is. Is it changing the friends? Is it changing the frequency of the home that you live in? I don't know what it is. You're the only one who can decide that. The obstacles are there for us to move through, not to get stuck in. Okay. That is direct from the universe. Okay. And the universe is like, yeah, keep telling, like, keep preach it, sister, preach it. Because it's true. We do have the capabilities and the know-how to be able to do that. However, to be able to access that, we come into a place of inner stillness so we can reside in harmony with the shadows as much as the light. Okay. You have silenced the chattering of the mind in yoga, and we go over this in GUNA yoga school. The chittas and the vrittis, okay, the fluctuations of the mind. It's part of the Yoga Sutras, okay? You have silenced the chattering of the mind to allow the whispers of the soul to speak, and are now beginning to truly read the vast textbooks that exist inside of you. This is the time to rewrite your story, okay? Rewrite your story. You can do that. You know, I've rewritten my story, I don't know how many times. I've transformed my life and myself so many times because I was in a pattern and it served me for whatever reason, and then it didn't serve me, and I recognized it. Now, for myself, I have a high tolerance. I'm a warrior. I have a high tolerance to a lot of things. Okay. So it may have taken me a lot longer to recognize that this wiring of the brain did not no longer serve me, and eventually I learned. So you're on your own timeline. Okay. No one can dictate how long it takes. No one can. It's something you have to experience. Okay. That's why I'm so gung-ho on Guna Yoga School. Like, there's 3 spots left. It's weekends, and I am so passionate about it. I want to be able to teach empowerment through yoga. I want to be able to teach healing. I am teaching healing through yoga. Yoga is so powerful. And yoga, we move beyond a pose. The poses, the asanas are so important because we have to embody them. Yet there's a realm out there of yoga that I don't even think half of the world has touched on. Okay. And we go through that. Okay. So there's more information for Guna Yoga School. There's 3 spots left. Okay. And that's on sheachievestudio.com on the homepage. All right. Let's go. Oh, while I'm shuffling, these are animal cards. These are the spirit guides, the animal spirit guides. Okay, so let's just review here. So we have been guided to remember that pleasure and freedom can offer us infinite possibilities. Can you imagine having fun at something that you're not having fun at? Imagine that. Imagine that. Okay, so rewiring, those possibilities are there. And you're able to connect with them when you are still and when you have your inner intellect going. Okay, so meditation, stillness. If you're not sure about what stillness is, then get your butt in the studio. Get your butt in the studio and get in here more than one time, because magic can happen in an hour or 90 minutes, yet sometimes we're just cracking the egg in 60 minutes. Okay, so let's go into the realm. Okay, so the spirit guides, that's why, yes, the animals are very close to us right now. Okay, beautiful. So this is piggybacking off of um, pleasure and freedom. Okay, pleasure and freedom. So, in order to find pleasure and freedom, we first recognize that we have all of the answers inside of us. And in order to access that and to embody it, we have to find some inner stillness. So now the card here is unicorn. Kalinda, beautiful. Hello, darling. Namaste, Satnam. Thank you. Thank you for sharing space. Okay, so we have the unicorn. So think of what a unicorn means to you. What does a unicorn mean to you? What does it represent? What does it resemble? Okay. Indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. Okay. Oops. Don't throw the card, Shantal. Don't throw the card. Okay. So this is asking us, so now that we've recognized we have pleasure and freedom inside of us, just waiting to be accessed through inner intellect and wisdom, once we've accessed that, then we can have fun with it. And that's all about pleasure. Okay. Whatever the artistic vehicle through which you express your most creative self, whether it's drawing, poetry, painting, music, acting, or any form of creative expression. I'd like to explain something. To me, this is my creative expression, talking about what I'm so passionate about, empowering others, getting people out of the shells that they feel stuck in, to move through and to live this life of infinite possibilities, pleasure and freedom. Okay? So your creative expression can be painting, sewing, singing, dancing. It can also be in any other form, any form that it feels effortless. A form of expression that feels effortless. Okay? All right. So, okay, allow it to evolve as needed without exceeding to any internal perfectionism about the end product. So the process itself is where the magic is, okay? And that reminds us to be in the journey, to be in the journey. Well, I'm going to go do this when ... this happens. Well, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to finally be able to do this when this happens. Okay? So we give ourselves permission to wait. We give ourselves permission to procrastinate. And then we fall into that loop. We fall into that time warp of, well, I'll just wait. Well, I'm just going to wait. Take it by the horns. Live the life that is your birthright. Cast away the shadows. Let them go. Send them out with love so they can come back to you as bigger love. Okay? That's cool. So it says the process itself is where the magic is. So if we keep waiting for the destination, and we keep waiting for the destination, and we keep waiting for the destination, guess what we're missing? Guess what we're missing? We're missing that aliveness in this present moment. Okay? So I invite you, if you're looking at this, bring self-compassion into the mix. Find that self-compassion, because it's not always easy. I mean, this is a card pull in of half hour, 45-minute card pull, right? It's not like a 6-month course where we can dive into your specific vehicles of procrastination or core strategies or whatever they are. Look at this as a whole. Look at this as a message of an opportunity to move past what weighs you down, to know that there's even like a glimpse of light out there that you can build upon and you can grow that light bigger. Okay, Satnam. All right, last card. Woo, we're flying through this tonight. Wow. Okay, so this last card, I've got cards everywhere here, is the Starseed Oracle. So this is going to sum it up. This is, oh, okay. This is going to give us guidance of, this is going to give us guidance of what happens when we get there. Whew, feeling it, feeling the love. Okay, while I'm shuffling, for those of you who reside in Fort McMurray, we have a full moon Friday. I have 2 spots. There are 2 spaces left in the full moon fire pit. This Friday night, my backyard. The link to register is not available unless you contact me. And it's $40 and it's an hour and a half. And we are going to release some big stuff into the fire so we can be open to receive pleasure and freedom. So contact me. Talk to me. There we go. Star Brothers. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. The Horus Brothers. Interesting. I love it. Okay, so this is going to give us what's going to happen when we get there, basically. Okay, what's going to happen when we get there? The Horus Brothers. I'm excited because I have no idea what that means. So let's learn together. I love learning. Okay, and I love teaching. So where do you think this is? Oh, Star Brothers. They're the Star Brothers. There we go. Oh, we got Star Brothers. Yeah, of course we got Star Brothers. All right, so this is what's going to happen when we get through, when we get into the realm of the infinite possibilities are accessible through stillness and through creativity. Okay? Creativity will set you free, I'm telling you. You're more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart. In Warrior Goddess training, because I'm a level 2 Warrior Goddess facilitator, we talk about the heart space. So we have the heart crust. I think of it as a pie, a cherry pie. Okay. The heart crust, you know, the crust of a cherry pie, especially when it's fresh and it's golden and maybe it's got a little bit of sugar on top and it just smells so good. And it's not overcooked. It's not undercooked. It's just, it looks so good. Okay. So the heart crust, which still protects the innards of the pie. Then you've got the juicy pie. You've got all those juicy, sweet, tempting cherries in the pie. And then you've got the back of the pie, the heart, the back heart, I call it. And the back heart is the underneath part that you don't see, but it truly holds everything together. Now, the crust of the pie can be beautiful and the back of the pie can be burnt. Okay? And that whatever the crust in the back is going to affect what's in the middle. Okay? So that's cool. I'm not going to go into that anymore, but if that kind of resonates with you, then connect with me. Okay, I'll talk about this forever, and I am. All right, you're being called to be open to receiving a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected to. So pay attention to the people that you're around. Pay attention to the energies that you surround yourself by. Okay? You can move away from that. If those energies that are surrounding you do not serve you, then recognize it and do something about it. Okay? I really look back on it and I wish I had someone telling me that when I was 30 years ago. That would have been pretty cool. Okay. So I'm telling you this now. All right. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, yeah, that's what we clear here. Yes. Because they can tug you down, right? Like ancestral patterning, life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, they got to go. That shit's got to go, man. We don't got time for that. We got to clear that out, okay? Many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. Exactly. We've learned that we need to go at life alone. No, you don't. You don't. That it's not safe to let our guard down and our heart open. Okay. That the world isn't a friendly place. The world is a beautiful, friendly place. Okay. People are on such different frequencies right now. So own the frequency that you have. Command your life into the frequency that you want it to go. That's it. If you want to grow a garden of roses, then plant roses and stop planting potatoes. I said this the other day, and I think it's kind of cool because it's like, oh, snap. No wonder I'm not living the life that I want because I'm expecting roses and I'm planting freaking potatoes. Like, okay, I gotta make the garden again. I gotta replant the garden. Okay. And sometimes we need help with that. I'm not saying any of this is easy, yet it's accessible. Ask for help. Okay. The Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. Thank you, Star Brothers. So do we. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe, even if you're going through a difficult time. They want you to hand over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. Yes. Yes. Ash Mac Neven, 22. Sat down. I'm just having fun here. Does anyone want to say anything? Anyone want to say anything? Say hello? Is anyone picking up what I'm talking about? Does anyone get it? Is anyone on that same vibe? Okay. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. Okay. We come into this life with a certain consciousness, okay? And then that consciousness gets added to through life. Ting, 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 ting. People, ting, 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 ting. Experiences, ting, 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 ting. And we just get pelted with life, okay? And then we keep growing. And sometimes all we feel like is like a pelt. It's just like I'm pelted with life. And that is a sign. If that feels heavy for you, that might be a sign for you to start to explore how you can take it off. How you can take it off, remove some of that energy that just doesn't belong to you. Our ancestral lineages, like the what did they call it? The ancestral patterning, that may not serve you anymore. So why do we hang on to it? Let's move through that. And we do that with Akashic records. So the only thing with Akashic records in the studio is I usually don't offer it to, if you're just, hey, I want a Akashic reading. Can you do it? I usually don't offer that. You have to be with me for a certain amount of time to be able to open up that thoroughfare of energy. That's just how I roll. So get on the bus, go to sheachievesstudio.com and figure out whether you want wisdom, journey, or ceremony. Okay. All of those will help clear something. Okay. So you can move in to a space of that infinite possibilities. So you can move into space of freedom and pleasure. If we want freedom and pleasure, we got to create space, especially if we're hoarding, especially if we're holding on and hoarding on and grasping at. Okay. Let go of fear to let in more love. Yeah, absolutely. And that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. So let go of fear. I lived probably almost a decade of my life in fear. Yeah, it's a true story. I'm not going to get into it, but that's all I need to say. And now I have a relationship with fear, and I recognize, I'm going to tell you something. What I've recognized in my past experiences and working through a lot of heavy ancestral patterning, trauma, um, and life, okay, is that what I found is I feel fear when I'm not authentic to my true soul self. If I'm not authentic to Shantal, like I think I'm pretty cool, right? Like I know I'm pretty cool. If I'm not authentic to that pretty cool Shantal and I'm doing something outside of that space, that's when I feel fear because then I'm not living authentically. And then guess what happens? Then I start eating foods that my body rejects food quite quickly. So I start eating foods when I'm not authentic to myself. Um, I hang around people, places, and things that does not serve me. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. I feel fear in that because then I start hanging around with people that um, may not serve my highest self. So those are just a few examples of that woven dot silk is let go of fear to let in more love. So in order to do that, what do we have to do? Well, we have to be willing. We have to be willing. And in order to be willing, I think we have to feel a sense of safety and security. And security translates into an extended form of safety. So you can feel safe in the moment, but does that safe feeling extend in the rest of your life? And that's what security is. So if you can tap into your true self, if you can find that self that has not been pelted and that we find through yoga, that's why I'm all about guna yoga. I've created this guna yoga school that like I don't think like the gunas have been around since the universe because they're part of the universe, but nobody talks about the gunas. And the gunas are so powerful. They are life changing because when you know how to balance the three universal qualities of the universe, you can balance pretty much freaking anything in your life. That's the way I look at it. Okay. So coming back to that fear, you got to be willing to be able to get into a place of safety and security to grow that willingness because then from willingness we grow courage. Okay? And from that courage, we just keep building and building that naval point. Okay? Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, so this card is kind of bringing the other cards to a finale. So let's do a little regroup really quick. Let's see if I can remember what we talked about. So the deity, she's telling us, Bhuvaneshwari is telling us to that we have infinite possibilities within us. Booty is reminding us we're able to tap into those infinite possibilities only when, um, not only, but when we are still and when we're connected with our inner wisdom. That means we have to be able to create a sense of space between us and our thoughts, us and the experiences. And that's why we get into meditation. Then the unicorn card reminds us that once we're there, we can start accessing pleasure and creativity to get creative. Get creative. If you want to do something and something is stopping you, get creative to to bring pleasure and freedom. Okay? Remember we're keeping this in the context of this higher spiritual realm, okay? All right. They want you to learn to soften through life's ups and downs and to learn to open your heart, especially when it wants to harden. Yeah. Wow. Woo. Okay, I gotta say that again because that's like, wow, that really hit. Um, they want you to learn to soften through life's ups and downs and to learn to open your heart, especially when it wants to harden. So just like the heart crust, right? The cherry pie, we have that beautiful crust on top. We have those yummy cherries, and then we have the heart on the bottom, the heart space on the bottom, which is the back heart. So we want the heart crust to be there, yet we don't want it to be burned. It doesn't have to be hard. It can be sweet and aromatic, and it can be like what crumble in your mouth. It can be flaky. Okay. And again, going back, that takes willingness, and it takes courage, and it takes trust, and it takes asking for help. If you want to do something, ask for help to get it done. Okay? That's I don't know what else to say about that. Okay? I think that's really cool. What do you think? Holly, hello. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Holly. Satnam. Yay, Satnam. Holly says on Facebook, because this is on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story. Hang out for a few more minutes, okay? Thank you, Holly. All right. I wanted to be able to do this, to go on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Just hit all three at one time. Okay, why not? I stopped myself because it was like, I don't know how to do it. Instagram's different than Facebook. I can go to StreamYard, I can go to Restream, I can do there's a thing, Yellow Duck or something like that. And it's just like I got so overwhelmed that I stopped myself from doing it for about 3 months. I didn't have the capacity. I was willing to come up with the idea of being on 3 different platforms at one time, yet I didn't have the willingness to actually figure it out. I got frustrated, I got pissed off. I said, "Screw it, forget it, whatever, I don't care." And then, well, which is a lie because I really did care. I lie to myself a lot, but I call it. I call it, okay? Because the universe wants you to call it. The universe wants that direction. Okay, no, the universe wants you to have that direction, is what I meant. So then I just did it. I started watching videos, and this guy, he's like, well, have the computer set up and have the phone set up and do this and do that. And I tried it, and it was like, this isn't working. Like, it was like, I tried it, whatever, this is not working. I didn't like it. And then all of a sudden, whew, then all of a sudden, I stepped back. Do, 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 do. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Hang on. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Okay. All right. Then all of a sudden, let me just regroup here. And all of a sudden, I stepped back from the obstacles that were right in my face. And I found out that I was the only one stopping myself. It wasn't the technology, because look what I'm doing. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I got through it. There was rebuttal. There was tension. There was aggravation. Okay. Satnam. Yes. Thank you. There was aggravation through that. I felt defeated over trying to stream on 3 platforms. I felt defeated AF. Totally. I did. And I have big dreams, right? I mean, come on. And I'm putting these in fruition. I wrote a yoga manual in like a month and a half of a complete download from the universe. It's beautiful. And like I can do these things, but yet I was stopping myself from doing them. So I couldn't just say, well, Shantal, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, because that's just judge voice, right? And then the suffering, the victim voice came in and said, oh, well, you're trying hard, but you're not really doing it. So just give up. And then it was like, no, that's not my authentic self. My authentic self is I'm a warrior. It's like, okay, let's get this done. Let's figure it out. So what I had to do was step back, create some space, and become creative. It's like going to Wyoming during COVID. I had to be creative on how to get there. And that's why, like with GUNA Yoga School, if it's calling out to you, Even if you don't live in Fort McMurray, if you don't get weekends off and you want to learn how to be in relationship for real with the universe, which is everything, then contact me. Let's figure it out. If there's something in your life, maybe it's not even GUNA yoga school, right? Maybe you're like, I want to take the training, but I don't want to be a teacher. Okay, so don't be a teacher. Learn it for you. Teach you. You be your own teacher. Okay. Or maybe it's you want something in your life. You want some type of abundance. There's something you've been sitting on the fence about, and you've had the frustration and the restriction, and just like how I felt with trying to get these three platforms going in sync. Okay. It's okay to feel stumbly. It's okay to feel unsteady. Okay. Because the universe is here to support you. We just have to crack the shell sometime and see that beautiful space, or we don't cook the pie so frickin' long, so the the crust hardens and we can't get into a space of love and forgiveness. So what do we have to do? Well, we make the pie from scratch again, and we start with a new recipe. Okay, cool. I love it. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm gonna offer a card pull. If anyone is watching, and you got a post on a comment though, Shantal, may I please have a card pull? The universe is like, you can do 2 card pulls, but it's gotta only be 2. So if you want, in the next minute, type in Shantal, may I please have a card pull, and I will do this for you. And the cards that we'll be pulling is the star seed. Oh, is it? No. Nope, 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 nope. Not the star seed. It's going to be the animals. Anyone? Okay, I'm just cleaning up here. So, what's the moral of the story this evening? What did anyone get out of that? Anything? Couple of words? Did we address pleasure and freedom? Did we address pleasure and freedom? Holly. Yes, Holly, you can. Thank you for asking, and thank you for your trust. So we're working with, okay, I'm going to be creative here. Thank you, Holly. So, no, 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 no. Hang on. I'm just getting some energy clear here for you. Okay, so this card, Holly, is and woven silk. Yes, you may. Thank you very much. So woven silk, I'll will work with Holly's guidance from the universe, and then we'll go to you. Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging in there. Okay, so Holly, if you can place, if it's comfortable for you, if you can place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart, and take a few deep breath in. Take a few deep breath in. I must have the cards in hands while you're breathing. Okay, and you don't necessarily need a specific question, okay? Just it's important though that you feel as close to your true soul self, the Buddhi and the Dharma, as you can. So if you can go in and feel the warmth of the light inside of you, there we go. Okay, beautiful. Oh, Holly got 2. Holly got 2. Oh, woven silk is a beautiful name. My goodness. I know. Woven silk is on Instagram. I know. Isn't that beautiful? It reminds me of a spider. Woven silk. It reminds me of a lot of things, actually. I love it. Okay, Holly. So you have 2 cards that came up. The first one is dog. Okay. And your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. Yeah, I can feel you take that in. Okay. Polar bear. The second one is polar bear. These go hand in hand for you, sweetie. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectively and compassionately with no attachment to outcome. Wow. Holly. that's that's a message. That's a message for you. Okay. So it's asking you, Holly, to with compassion and with love. Okay. So please have an open heart as best as you can. Surround yourself with loving things, people, places, and things and ideas before you continue to commit to these live wires that are showing up in your path. Okay. That's dog. So you don't need you don't need masters. You are your master. Okay? So that's heavy. I can feel that. That's strong. So please come from love with that, okay? And polar bear. So once you're able to so this is dog. It's also calling in the jaguar though. I feel because the jaguar is again, it doesn't waste its energy. Jaguar doesn't waste its energy. If it's going to go for, a hunt, it's going to get it. Okay? So it um refine the energy that you're surrounding yourself around. Does that hit home with you, Holly? A little energy purge. Hang on. There you go. Okay. And polar bear, stand up for yourself. So when you're able to hone in that energy of dog and jaguar, and I threw jaguar in there because it's important for you. You're able to have 4 sturdy paws to stand up on, not just 2 feet. Okay, you're going to be able to go on all fours. Okay, how does that sit with you, Holly? That's beautiful, and I would be willing to send you those cards if you like. Okay, you just have to ask. It's bang on heavy. Yes, I had a little chuckle, but it's perfect. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. And we can hold heavy. We can hold heavy. Okay? That's why the foundation that is within us is what's going to hold the heavy of the world around us. So if we keep looking for these external things, people, places, and things to help fill us, we're going to be on a long quest. Okay. And that's why I want to be able to teach. Like, I'm going to start getting like more vocal about this because I want to start to help people see their true power inside of themselves so they themselves can break the egg. We don't need anyone to break the egg for us. You can break your egg. Yes, we need support and help. Absolutely. Like that goes like ask for help. Ask for help all the time, right? I love asking for help. I think it's awesome. It's just whether or not we're receiving of that help. And be careful of what you ask for because you actually might get it. So just be intentional when you're asking for help. Know what you're asking for help with. Okay, so that's that. Okay, cool. It's bang on heavy. Yes, yes. And if you want me to message you, Holly, just let me know and I can message you the pictures of the cards. Okay, let's go. So I'm going to leave your cards out because we just want to leave them out for woven silk. Woven silk, darling. Okay, love. So can you also place a hand on the belly and hand on the heart? And in the meantime, Holly, can you thank the universe for this guidance? And if you want, can you ask the universe for the guidance? Okay. And woven silk, hand on the heart, hand on the belly. If that's comfortable for you, eyes open or closed, and invite a few deep breaths and connect the navel to the heart and to the third eye as well. Okay, instantly, instantly. Okay, you ready? Woven silk, this came out instantly. Ladybug. Ladybug. So think about what a ladybug means to you. Okay. This is a time of good fortune and abundance. So be willing to receive all good things in your life. Okay. Um, what what do you have abundance of, and what do you want more abundance of? Okay. So you've got abundance right now, and it's asking you to uh, remind yourself of that abundance. Okay. And gratitude. So look around you, find what's abundant inside of you, around you, a lot of what's inside of you. Okay. This is internal. Okay. So what was the other? Okay. You don't have to stop where you are. The abundance is going to flow readily, but there's a step that you got to take. There's a step that you've been waiting for, and it's it's a step to take you to that next level, okay? And it says, so be willing to receive. All right, so this is also reminding you, and I think I mentioned this before I pulled the card, we also have to be able to receive. We have to be willing, have a certain amount of willingness to be able to receive. Okay, because sometimes if we're not feeling secure and safe, the opportunities for us to receive may be there, but we don't let it in because we're not ready to for whatever reason. So this is why I'm asking you, take inventory. Take inventory of where you are, what you put your energy into. The people that you are surrounding yourself with is a big influence because we're all energy. And I explain that in Guna Yoga School, like a lot. This Guna Yoga School, it's not just like learning how to do downward dog. It's just you learn how to do it. Absolutely. There's so much more to it. It's such a universal connection with yoga and your true soul self. It's just so powerful. So coming back, if we have these opportunities in front of us, yet we're restricted, we come up with that restriction or that interference, that's where the creativity comes through. So how can you be creative, woven silk? Willingness and trust. Yeah, absolutely. How can you be willing and be able to trust in that willingness? And how can you be willing to trust? Like, doesn't it work both ways? Chantel, I would love a snapshot of the cards. Thank you, Holly. Okay, cool. I will do that for you. I think I can get you on Messenger, right? If not, can you just message She Achieves Studio and just send me a message so I've got you, and then I'll send you the pictures of the cards. Same with you, Woven Silk. If you want a picture of the cards, just let me know and I can send it to you. But can you message at Chantel Sass though, so I get it on Messenger or on Instagram, whatever chit chat that we have? That would be great. So does that make sense? Woven silk, willingness and trust, how they can work equally. Yeah, yeah. Beautiful. So amazing. Ladybug. Yeah, Ladybug. And there's a song called Ladybug. It's on my I have a playlist. It's got about 300, 500 songs on it, and I call it sort of my grieving and healing and grieving playlist. So when I'm in a state of emotion of grieving, I play it. And it's got like Chris Cornell, I'm the Highway, and it's got like Into the Mystic and some Tragically Hip, lots of Pink Floyd. And there's a song, anyways, on it called Ladybug. So Google it. It's like Ladybug, Ladybug. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I don't know. I'll send it to you, Woven Silk, if you want to listen to it. Yeah. So amazing, Ladybug. So pay attention to the ladybugs because they're coming out. And Holly, pay attention to again pay attention just what's around you, okay? Because what's around you is is the energy that we that maybe not necessarily take on, but it's energy that we're surrounding ourselves with. So all in all, direction of energy. Pay attention. Beautiful. Yay! I love it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm out of here. Let's close some sacred space. This has been amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you're in Fort McMurray, come to the full moon fire pit with me on Friday night. Message me, connect with me for GUNA Yoga School. It's going to change your life and it's going to bring you to the deepest connection of your soul that you've ever had. And vote for me on Facebook. Vote for me for the Yoga Warrior or Warrior Yoga or Yoga Warrior. Anyways, it's on sheachievestudio.com. Head over there. You'll figure it out. Thank you so much. Let's close this down with a belly breath in together and a belly breath out. And we thank the spirit of the south, the west, the north, the east, from Mother Earth to Father Sky, as above, as below, in between, and all around. We thank the guardians of the galaxies. We thank the Akashic records, the shamans, the Reikis, the Thais, the Kundalinis, the Yoginis, the yogis, the gurus and their gurus. We thank the Tattvas, the Vedas, the Sutras. We thank you all. We thank the universe for all of this guidance and for this love and light. The work here is now done. The work here is now done. The work here is now done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Satnam. Beautiful. I love it. Peace out. I will be here. You're welcome, Woven Silk. Thank you. Message me if you want a picture of your card. I will be here tomorrow morning, 7:45, Thursday and Friday for 2 more card pulls. And I will see you when I see you. Satnam. Satnam.